to another edition of Happy Ball Sports. We're coming to you a few days after recovering from a tough USA loss versus Belgium. I know we were riding high from the last show going into that Belgium match. Was feeling pretty confident about it going into it. Um, and a lot's happened this week in the World Cup, so we're going to cover all of that and then look ahead as to some of the games that are coming up either tomorrow. Today we're recording this on Friday, July 10th, around 2:15 Pacific time. So a lot's happened since our last discussion. Obviously, it's been a week in the World Cup.
Spain Belgium just ended, so
Spain's Belgium just ended. Belgium is officially out of the World Cup. But before we talk about them going out, uh, as we talked about last show, I was able to go to the round of 16 match here in Seattle. The picture behind me is obviously still from the Australia match because I never want to reference the Belgium match for the USA ever again if I can
yeah.
avoid it.
All right, that's the thing. I want to know more of the insight. How are you feeling? What was it like? Build up, the anticipation, because we all had the buzz. It's kind of like the Seattle, the city's been vibing, you know,
Yeah, so
and
it
it,
was
and
definitely a different experience for me than it was for the Australia match because for the Australian match we didn't have our 1 year old uh going.
yeah,
This game was one for like bringing the family, bringing him like for the novelty of it. Like I knew it was going to be tougher to really like enjoy it like I did the first time. But one of the novelty of the experience, making sure he was able to go. So
yeah. And so,
uh
so people know you didn't like buy these tickets like a day or two in advance.
no, I've had these since
I think-
October, so I had no
yeah,
idea if USA was even going to be in it.
exactly. Like the
Um,
perfect
I
draw, perfect scenario. And here we
I
are, USA in Seattle.
Yeah, all I wanted was to see two good teams. I didn't realize one of those good teams was going to be the USA.
Yeah.
So the biggest difference was I had to pick my kid up from daycare at noon, and the game's at 5 p.m. here. So like instead of just going straight down like we did the USA Australia match, it's a noon kickoff. So literally we went down there by like 9 a.m. We were down there and then got into the stadium around 10. This was pick up the kid at noon. We had a parking spot for this one because we had him. So pick him up, go down, park downtown. We're there by 1 p.m. We have 4 hours to the time. We wanted to get the viral Bank of America wristbands or the bracelets.
Yeah.
We wanted to get there as soon as they opened. So we walked as soon as we parked.
How'd that go?
We went straight to the stadium. We were right there right before it opened. We got in. We got right into the line. All of us got bracelets. I got bracelets. She got bracelets. My 1 year old got bracelets.
Let's
Everybody got
go.
bracelets.
Let's go.
So we were in there literally as soon as it opened. The vibe was a little different.
Leading up to the game, just like the crowd, does
It
everybody feel nervous?
it was well, I don't know if it was nerves. It was different though because, and again, I kind of there's a little I have to attribute it a little bit to the fact that like I was in there so early. I didn't really do like the march to the walk. I didn't really go hang out in Pioneer Square at all, so I didn't get that
Yeah.
vibe
But
much.
the build up group.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
was in the stadium. But as we got closer to kickoff, we make our way to our seats, we get settled. Um, and we're in the upper level. I'm actually undercover now. So you know how I said last time where I said it didn't feel like it was that loud for the Australia match?
Yeah.
So you see those open upper level seats that aren't covered in my picture in my background.
Yeah.
Not the Hawk's Nest, but the other side.
Yep.
That's where I sat. Well, let me tell you, when people say the overhang makes a difference for the sound, wow.
It
The
does.
difference was insane. It was so much louder under the overhang than it was in the open air upper level.
Yeah.
Now I believe the fact that there might have been that it broke the records for Lumen Field sound at the Australia game.
Absolutely, man.
But for this
I've been up there
one,
for Mariner or Seahawk games before.
well,
It's
dude,
wow.
the same issue for this game though, man. Like it reared its head. Well, one, the bad part was the fans never really got a chance to get into it from a USA perspective because of how fast Belgium scored.
Yeah.
And it also didn't look good from the start. Like we weren't winning ball battles. We weren't maintaining possession at all. We were giving it away a lot.
Yeah.
It felt like we were playing on our back foot, and they were really bringing the game to us.
Seemed like
And
a
they scored.
10 on 12 kind of game.
Yeah, it really felt like that. So, they're obviously, you could tell too, their fan base was charged up over the Balogun red card, um,
Yeah, all
the
that.
suspension being delayed.
Yeah, so tell me about that because there was so much anticipation, a lot of change within 24 hours.
It
And
was just a
then,
it was just a constant talking point with their fan base. It was their fan base had a bunch of red cards. Like you could get them right, but like that was it. Like that
yeah,
they were definitely trying to like get after the USA fans with like it doesn't matter who you put out there, we're still going to beat you kind of thing.
absolutely.
You could tell they were charged up, and the team looked charged up. And then as the game goes on, USA looks kind of flat. The fans never really got into it. And again, our biggest issue is I would probably say 15% of the crowd was Belgian fans. Belgian fans.
Okay.
Well, you can hear them the entire game because they have things to say. They're like have chants. Us, it's just USA. It's just USA chants. It's just disjointed USA chants starting from various parts of the stadium. We don't have any chants. And I kind of want to blame Jason Kelsey for this because he had a viral moment on their podcast about how he hates the I believe we will win chant
So they stopped doing it.
like a week before the World Cup started.
I
And I
remember.
think everybody just said, hey, we're not going to do it anymore. But like we didn't have a replacement.
Yeah.
So we lost our chant and then we just didn't have anything. And I do think that hurt. Like I wish he would have waited until after the World Cup to make that like a lame chant. It is lame, but they're all kind of lame unless if you're winning, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Need at least something.
We got no chance, dude. We got to work on that these next few years. Then we get the penalty. We tie the game up. Uh, and for 60 minutes, 60 seconds, it felt like, okay, we're back. Here we
Yeah.
go. 1-1. Here we go.
Yeah, so take me through that because, like, obviously, a quick goal, Belgium, and then you tie it up.
But we're by far not the better team. Like
Yeah, it was
you're
like,
watching it, like they're beating us to every ball. We're turning the ball over pretty much. It felt like every other touch.
mhm.
Um,
Capitalize on the one
they
opportunity.
looked a
That's
lot
what they did.
crisper. We almost looked like sluggish. Like our legs looked tired.
Yeah, like it was just they got to the ball every time. They just got
Mhm.
everything. Every time there was a loose anything, they had it. Uh,
Yeah,
they made it all look very easy and simple
they
to,
wanted it more
yeah.
at the very end of the day. Like they wanted it more, and
I think I
it was all evident.
I think the USA team's, tons of improvement from over the years, and it's exciting to see what we have up and coming. And the great thing is we have talent that's being not played just in the MLS, and the people want to harp on all that other stuff, and we can get more into that too,
Look,
glove. But yeah, I think
I have to
making
give
away with
credit.
Belgium's freaking good.
I have to give credit to Belgium, and I have to give credit to their manager. I think they properly utilized what happened leading up to the match on the USA side, the Trump involvement, the red card suspension being delayed, um, utilizing that as a galvanizing point for the game and that team. Because look, let's be real, Belgium's been talked about as this like fantastic generation, this golden generation. They haven't really shown it. They made a semifinal a
Yeah.
few World Cups back, but that's really been the best of it for them. This was a chance where they actually looked the part of what everyone keeps telling you about Belgium. They were crisp. I thought they were really good. I know they just ended up losing to Spain today. Played them really close. I think Courtois getting hurt was a big reason for that goal going through. Belgium was holding on. I think Spain was a little better and deserves that win, but Belgium was right there. I got to give props to Belgium. Like I think they're very good, and I don't think the USA. Like I think Belgium played their best. USA played their worst.
Yeah, it wasn't. That was the thing. It wasn't like they were
like
on
it
it. They were on the
stinks.
roller coaster coming up, and we were on our roller coaster kind of going down. And
But you just got that feeling like the vibes just weren't there. Something was different. And it was obviously, I think it's because the talking points changed from what the product on the field to the exterior distractions and involvements that were finding its way into the locker room. So
Yeah.
uh,
Okay,
I
so
do.
the first goal or USA's first goal. What's the crowd doing? What's the emotions?
I think people are excited. I do think people are guilty of living behind their phones a little bit at these World Cup matches. I understand it, but I do think people are like trying to capture this
Every
stuff. I mean, we're all
everything. Yeah.
guilty of it, right?
You never know when the goal's gonna happen. It's not like a
Especially when it's a free
football.
kick, people pull out their phones. So I do
Yeah.
think there's a little bit of that. Um, I think anyone who knows the game, I think you were hoping, hey, like, oh, we got a goal, we tied it. Like, maybe that's what we needed to kind of get this team to play like we know they can.
Yeah.
And then for Belgium to just totally take the crowd out of it with the next goal.
Yeah.
And then
And
it was over. I mean, at that point, like it wasn't even close. I mean,
uh
Belgium kept scoring, but like it was over at that point. You could see it. They were the better team for the entirety of the game.
and
Major
because
props to them.
obviously you can follow the sport, but do you feel like the crowd and everybody else could kind of just see it, and that's just kind of how it kind of killed the vibe, which is why you're able to heal the Belgium team
There's nothing to cheer for
fans. They right, you hear them the whole game, right? Because
outside of the free kick. There was nothing to cheer for.
yeah,
And then, Christian Pulisic gets subbed off. Well, that was a notable sub off, right? And then they're bringing on Doku. Doku's one of the best players in the world. And he's coming on in the 60th, 70th minute whenever he came on. Like, it just felt like it just
oh
wasn't our day.
yeah, it's an unfair advantage right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so I think if biggest takeaways from the game, we have to get chance. We have to figure out what we're doing as a fan base when it comes to Team USA. We have to. And it can't.
We were the host country, so I wish we could have just like more or less cheated and used like
We dropped the
the
ball.
boards,
I know
right?
it's like I think it's called like the American Outlaws or whatever. Like there's different like organizations and such. Like we've dropped the ball in this. We've got to think of stuff. There's so many songs. I mean, some of these teams are just literally just singing songs. This
Yeah.
acapella, like you're just singing like hit songs. Like we're
Yep.
in the United States. Like there's so many songs that we've made here. Like we can sing whatever we want. Basically, we have a full catalog.
Yep.
Uh,
Absolutely. Also, just interject one of our players' names into every song. So this song goes with this player.
yeah, dude. Like
Like,
it's
right.
it's not like yeah, like
There we go. We got 10 songs now, and we got 10 players we can sing about.
yeah, we got to figure something out. But that was a tough day. But to be there with the family and experiencing that was cool. Part of me kind of wishes that round of 16 was just two random teams and
Yeah.
not USA. I think I could have. Uh, my heart wouldn't have been quite as in it as this one was, but that's okay. I mean, if they would have won, I would have been saying the opposite. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the USA and then Belgium. Their story just ended, but I think successful World Cup for Belgium.
Yeah. I mean,
You know,
a lot of the guys that are in their later part of their careers, but then there's young talent and they have some talent. I don't know. Belgium's great group of guys. They have a great team and a lot of talent, but man, Spain's got talent. France is who they got to play. Spain's got to play next. So it's
I think what people are noticing when
there's
it comes
another
to
notch. There's another notch, and that's
well,
the
it's
thing.
like college
USA needs to
football.
realize that, right?
It's like college football in a sense, man, where you have like those top three teams that are just elite, right?
Absolutely.
And then like 4 through 10 are good, but there's a flaw. Or like, and it kind of gets worse as you go down.
They have to
And
play their
then
best game. They have to play their best game at the
and
right
then you
time.
start getting into those like, oh, we need this team to beat that team in order to get this to happen type of teams. USA is still kind of in that. I mean, there's a reason why we're ranked. We made the round of 16. Like that's pretty it's pretty spot on. We're a top 16 nation.
Yeah. And it was great to see all three host countries get to the round of 16 as well.
Yeah.
That made it fun and interesting, which made, not like one of the countries just stop. No, I have a friend who's in Mexico City who was at the Mexico England game, and I'll unfortunately England beat Mexico, so
Yeah.
the vibes definitely changed completely. They're not, watching
Well,
it. the watch parties like they were, like they are here as well. Like, that the crowd's kind of gone.
So, I mean, dude, we do have some great quarterfinal matchups. Two of
Yeah.
them are done as of now. We saw France, Morocco, which is arguably probably the most, definitely the closest ranked teams in the FIFA club, the FIFA world ranking. Um, France just does their thing. France,
Who's winning the
France,
Golden Boot? You texted me the other day saying this Golden Boot race. Who do you think's winning it?
Argentina relies on Messi in a way that France doesn't rely on Mbappe.
Yeah.
They don't rely on Mbappe. Mbappe just gets it done like that. Tomorrow's a big day for the Golden Boots. You got Erling Haaland and you have Messi both playing. And could look, dude, if Haaland has a couple goals and beats England, like he's still very much in it too. Um, Harry Kane, man, if he has a big day tomorrow, you never know. He could sneak into there. It's hard for me not to see Messi at least scoring two against the Swiss the way they run their team.
Yeah. I can see that.
So there's part of me that's like Argentina, but the reason why I'm going to say Mbappe wins the Golden Boot is because he's going to play the games. Like he's going to be in the semifinal, he's going to be in the final, and he's going to score goals in
I mean,
both. I feel
I
great
think
saying that.
Messi would be there, but I don't know if that
I
last
don't
match.
know. I could see Argentina losing to England.
Yep.
I could see all these teams, kind of beating each other at this point because it hasn't happened yet. I just I side with Mbappe.
Now is Norway everyone's Cinderella?
Yeah, man. I love that. I think it's been great.
There seemed like a great crowd. They have the fun. They got the row the Viking boat.
Well,
Uh,
what's funny is if you're really looking for a Cinderella, like the Swiss are actually the
I say
Cinderella.
Switzerland's doing it.
You know what I mean? Like they had no business beating
Just
Colombia.
flying under the radar.
Flying under the radar. I think it was our second 0-0 match of the World Cup so far. So
Classic Swiss.
shout out Colombia and Switzerland.
But that's how they got to play it, though, and that's how they win. They park the bus more or
For
less.
those games tomorrow, so Norway, England is going to be in Miami tomorrow at I think 5 p.m. local time in Miami. It's going to be hot as hell.
Yep.
Uh, England should win. Norway's playing with house money, man. And they look like it. I mean, they play like it. They are loose, loose, loose.
You got
And
nothing to lose.
if
Why
there's
not?
anything about England you can say, and they've done well so far, but if there's anything about England you can say is that there's times when they're susceptible to clamming up when the moment gets when something, let's say this, if Holland scores early against England, how into their heads do they get? Or is the leadership of Harry Kane, Bellingham enough to overcome it? It shows they are. I mean, that Azteca win they had against Mexico was incredible. I mean, they played a tough match
Yeah,
and pulled it off.
that was a crazy match too.
The obvious answer would be we're going to see England play Argentina in the semifinal with France and Spain on the other side.
Okay.
It's hard for me to see the Switzerland beating Argentina. It is not hard for me to see Norway beating England.
Now, how's your bracket looking?
I had Brazil in the final.
Okay. Now I picked France to win the whole thing for technically our happy
I
ball
picked
count. So
France to win the whole thing. I had Brazil in the final. That one's not looking great to me. I still like France. I think
okay.
the France Spain semifinal is basically our final.
Our final. Okay. Sounds good.
But I mean, look, I'm a little apprehensive towards England just because, like, I feel like I'm kind of waiting for them to break the English heart a little bit. I'm just so
Mhm.
used to seeing it. Uh, but if there's ever been a year for it to come home, I mean, this is their best shot, I think.
They got a team. I mean,
You got one of the easier
everyone's got
draws.
guys.
You
Yeah,
got
that's
one of
the
the
thing.
easier draws. Argentina's beatable, and then you're going to be in a one match. Let's see what happens situation with either Spain or France. The path is there, man. The path is there. Like they really got. I know the location for the Mexico match was tough. But considering what some of these other teams had to play, England's had a nice go
All right, we'll see. What do you think after leaving the USA match? What everybody's like consensus was
for the US.
for the US. Like, was there concerns or chants or anything like that? Was everybody still kind of good vibes and celebrating a little of like having some success, or was it more like,
Oh, you're talking about like around the stadium?
yeah, around the stadium,
I
yelling
think people
Belgium
were
fans,
frustrated, but
like
I think people were like, whatever, man. Like, we're here.
no like fire the coach chants or anything like that dramatic.
No, I'd say if anything, people were kind of like, I felt like the first time we were actually blaming the players for their performance
Okay, there wasn't
rather
like a
than pointing
scapegoat.
the finger at a manager not putting them in good situations. If I were to take anything away from the USA, it's Pochettino is a great manager. And if you can have him for another 4 years for the continuity and just keep building off this, I mean, he did this in 1 year.
Yeah,
That's impressive, man. Like,
supposedly 2023, they said that he started doing some stuff, but anyway,
I just,
yeah, it seems all in the last year.
it feels like if we can keep him for a cycle, the next World Cup, we could be really, really good. I could see us getting to that quarterfinal, being in the final eight.
Because it
Just
takes a
tells you,
while, right? It takes a while to
does.
get the cohesiveness of like what players work with what, and also just because they're star players doesn't mean that maybe works best for the style that he wants us to play.
So here's where this World Cup, though, is going to be different from the one where, or I guess the next World Cup is different from this World Cup. This World Cup, we didn't have to qualify because we were a
Yeah,
host,
I mean
right?
that's something we've had some issues with.
So we didn't, but no, but we didn't have like the pressure though. We didn't imagine all the games were really like friendlies,
Yeah.
right? And so on top of that, they didn't do great in the Gold Cup. They didn't do great in Copa America. Um, and this is over the last like couple years here. Uh, they didn't do great. They didn't really show improvement. That was why you saw a change as manager, and that's why Pochettino came in. It sounds like in 2028, the South American Confederation called a CONMEBOL, whatever. I don't even know how to say CONMEBOL wants to host Copa America again here in the United States. And part of that would be having some of the CONCACAF Federation teams participating. We as USA folks want that badly because that means you're going to see the USA in the United States going up against teams we just saw in the World Cup. And now with that momentum from this World Cup, people being a little bit more familiar with it, they could see us play Argentina, they could see us play Brazil, they could see us play in Ecuador, they could see us play these South American teams, Paraguay. Uh,
Also, 2028 is the LA Olympics.
yeah,
USA's got an automatic bid in there being the host country, so there's more international games right
yeah.
now
So
for
you'll
USA.
have
So that should
it'll probably be a different squad than the one we rolled out for the
so
World
over these
Cup.
next 4 years, we should see a steady, hopefully, incline of at least
But yeah,
interest of the United States more in the sport, just
I
because we're
think
gonna have more in your face.
the worst part about the Belgium loss, look, I watch all these. I'm gonna watch all of them. I'm gonna watch them
Yeah.
in the future. I've watched them in the past, whatever. The worst part about the Belgium loss was for the casual watcher who just sees it as another round of 16 knockout. When there was real momentum, like it looked different. It looked different. The ending didn't, but the in between did, and there is something to build off of. I hope we can keep the momentum. By the time we get to a 2028, hopefully Copa America, if we can make a little run there and get some excitement going, you never know. Next World Cup, 4 years time, should have a pretty stingy squad.
Well, memory always serves me right. I always feel like we're always sweating in stage, like the group stage, like we get a draw,
Mm-hmm.
always like the first match, and it's always against somebody that's pretty good, but we get a draw, so we get a point, and then somebody else gets the win, and so we're automatically in second fighting, and then points, and then so like I just always remember just kind of we get out of it, and it's nice that we have this third place kind of like tie bumper in there.
Well, and I think they're going to add more teams too for the
Yeah,
next World Cup. That's what it
makes
sounds like.
sense. Makes sense. I mean, FIFA's
More
like
teams, more games, more money, right? So it's like
exactly.
everyone wins. So I think part of that, you're not going to see as much of the group stage frights as you once had, unless you get upset by a team that you looked at and you said, "Hey, we should beat them," and you just consider that 3 points. Um, yeah, I think we can do better. I think we can get in that top eight. I think we can sneak into a quarterfinal. That's kind of where I moved the goalpost this World Cup for this
Yeah,
USA team.
we got to get a little bit better
Is
at
I
that.
originally look from the start, I said if you win the group and you lose a close game in the round of 16, resounding success for me. That was me before the World Cup started.
Yeah. If it was a 2-1 loss to Belgium, totally
I'd
different,
be yeah, totally different.
totally
Totally
different
different.
thing. But when we just saw how the way Belgium kind of took over and handled us and then
So
kept,
instead of resounding success,
yeah,
I'm not going to complete failure you. I'm probably going to give you like, okay, we took a step as far as like technically we looked better. Like we scored goals.
yeah, we scored
like,
goals.
like we
We looked,
typically like we
yeah,
scored goals and we have like a true goal scorer in Balagoon. We've got we've got multiple players that we feel good about that can put the ball in the back of the net. We've got athleticism. We have good players.
it was a fun team to
We've
watch.
got to upgrade our goalie. Thanks, Matt Freeze, for your service. We've got to upgrade a goalie, and we just need more depth.
That's part of it. I think that's why the manager kind of made his comments and all the rest of the world is kind of realizing like, hey, USA Sports, like you guys have a great idea, but like because of the renegation and all that, and that's what I keep explaining to the world of college football, this is gonna be a thing. Like get used to it or get it's gonna happen. It's gonna make more sense in the long term of it. So as a fan, we might not see people try to tank anymore because they're always fighting till the end.
You talking about relegation?
But yeah, so
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
so imagine, like the Portland Triple A team is sitting there chomping at the bit to get into the league, and
yeah.
that's
I know. USL is going to play with relegation. It's going to be interesting to see how that helps their league if it does. I'm sure it will. Like imagine like basically what that means is like like Ballard FC here is technically USL 2. They could play themselves up into the USL, which
that'd
would
be
be cool.
great.
Should be pretty cool. Yeah.
But I mean, that'd be fun. See, like that's the thing is,
But
we as
that's where
Americans,
like
we don't think of that stuff where that stuff's common in the whole, and especially in the UK, that we're just now noticing and realizing with seeing some of that.
I'd like to see MLS gain some popularity as well out of this. Like I think people need to realize that the game for most of these folks in the US like is in your backyard.
Hmm.
Like you can find it
It's
and
talent because they're all in the world. A lot of these guys are in
even though yeah,
other countries.
you're not watching Mbappe, but like you could have an up and comer who gets signed by Newcastle or familiar teams that are just in your backyard. Or you sign some no name South American out of nowhere. Now you're a contender, and he's one of the best players you've seen. Shout out Nicolas Ladero for the Sounders back in 2016. Anywho, yeah, I think it's been a great World Cup.
Yeah.
Have
Just
you been watching every game?
I watch the highlights of basically
Okay.
every game. That's and then I have a YouTuber guy that I've been
I
watching.
have it. I have it on. I mean, I work from home, so like I have it on in
Yeah.
the background. So I try not to miss much. I try to plan my days around it. So I really will like grind, and then take it in.
It's easy now that we're basically playing at 1 or 2 games in a day.
And you know what? Before we jump, I know we only have a few seconds here.
Yeah.
I am not happy
What? You're not happy? It's happy about.
about these game times coming up for the
Oh,
semifinals.
they just did a noon kickoff the other day, noon kickoff today in LA. Like that
Dude,
kind
the
of
semifinals. So France, Spain's gonna be at noon on Tuesday.
why?
It, like we
Where are
all
they
work, bro.
where are they playing that game at?
I think it's in Dallas. It's
So
at
at 2.
2 p.m. in Dallas.
I get it though. That as much as they're playing at certain times, we're not even the audience and we're the host country. They know that.
We are, but I disagree.
We're not the host.
Disagree.
The whole world's
Disagree.
watching that. The whole
Disagree.
more people outside the
And
world are watching than
you
the
didn't
United
know.
States.
You had no idea if USA and Mexico weren't going to be in these games. You didn't know.
FIFA knew.
I guess. I disagree. I disagree. I think that we are the host country. It should be to our times,
I
and
and I wish
because
it
we have
was
to
okay.
adjust. We
Yeah,
always have to adjust for like F1, for Premier
Olympics,
League,
all
for
that
all these
stuff.
other sports. Like we have to adjust. Like, don't get me started on other World Cups. Don't get me started on what was the Sochi Olympics where we played Russia in hockey and I was up at 4 a.m. in Atlanta, Georgia to watch it. Like,
Yeah. Well, here, that's the thing is, okay, well, you're looking at a 2 o'clock kickoff in Dallas, and it's what are the two countries, Spain and France?
you know,
So if we look at probably their time zone and what time that is, we do some quick
I'll
math.
tell you. I'll tell you right
Let's
now.
we got beautiful
France,
at 2 p.m. Central Time. What time is it in France? It's probably like a midnight or something, right?
2 p.m. Central Time is 9 p.m. in France, in
There we
Paris.
go. And then Spain's probably like another, then it's probably 8
I'm
p.m.
pretty sure Spain's the
Are
exact
they same?
same.
I say I don't know my time zones in Europe.
Yeah, Spain's the
That's my
same.
guess. So, but there you go. There's a 9 o'clock kickoff versus it being, a 5 o'clock on our time, which is then all of a sudden like a midnight kickoff for them.
Yeah,
So that's my only reasoning or logic to make sense of what's going on in the world of what we do when it comes to why they
I'll,
schedule these
I'll, I'll,
games.
I'll, I'll be honest. Then,
It doesn't help the fans that are physically here.
so no, if it's at 2, what if you did like, would you rather do it at like, instead of 2 p.m. Central Time, which is 9 o'clock, let's say you do like
It's also a Tuesday, you said,
a
right?
6 p.m. kick? That doesn't help much. That makes it worse. It's
Yeah.
1 a.m. in
Yeah.
Paris.
On a Tuesday or a Wednesday
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So,
Plus, nobody in Dallas, Texas is driving anywhere at 6 o'clock on a Tuesday because traffic's so bad.
yep. That's also another reason. Just thinking of Dallas traffic in general. Let's just make it in the middle of the day so we don't mess with the morning commute. Everything will be before and gone, World Cup wise. There's that factor as well. What else? We got major cities, and
I got a question for you too before we jump.
yeah,
This is a hypothetical I was asked, and it got me thinking. If the USA somehow made a semifinal
okay.
and lost, would you be just as hyped about a third place match? I would.
Oh yeah, we've never been in it, and two, we still have a chance to win
It'd
something.
be the best we've had, right? Like it's
Yeah.
still the best.
Yep.
Go
Absolutely.
ahead.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Well, I still have something to play for,
No.
and then even having that finish of that
Yeah.
third or fifth or third or fourth, like, come on, we'll take any of that just to be included now in conversations with these countries that have actually won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
we talk like we're big time, but the rest of the country or rest of the world does not talk like we're anything just yet.
we don't talk that big time. I think we have pretty good perspective. I'm not expecting anything crazy. There's a lot of there. Actually, I that's something else I wanted to bring up. There's a lot of narrative out there that there's a bunch of USA fans that think we're just going to win the whole thing. I can promise you, anyone who actually watches this is a PSA for everyone. No one who actually follows the sport thinks that the USA was going to win
I'm
the
just saying,
World Cup.
average Joe who flips it on because they watch, baseball, American football, and some hockey or something like that. When they all of a sudden they see some soccer or the World Cup, they just tune in to watch just America. They expect only America to win because that's all their mindset is.
It's just crazy to me because it's
It's our
like
narrative. It's our
you
narrative
flip
how
on the
we are, man.
NHL, you see American players in the top league. You flip on the Premier League, you don't see American
Mm.
players in the top league. So it's like,
And
where do you get?
yeah, my best way to describe it to people is like imagine it's the all-star basketball and you have these all-star players. They're all on the field. Everybody in the world knows who these guys are, but like Americans, we don't see them and notice them like that. We just
Yeah, like would
they're
you
just guys
say
on the
like,
field.
and I'll use the college football analogy again. I would say the USA is closer to a budding group of five team.
Yeah, we're trying to make. We're trying to make
than
the
a
Power Five.
top power.
We're a Power Five school in the making, but we're like a Boise State who's trying just really trying to get invited to a big conference.
Right. We're trying to become like a TCU.
But we got a Heisman contender on the team. Like we're a
Maybe.
Boise State. That's my
So no, so the that's
that's
what
my
the
that's my quick football analysis.
that's what the preseason catalogs are saying, but we haven't seen it. You know what I mean? It's all right. We're gonna run out of time here. All right. Well, I mean, look, World Cup's still rolling. We got a few more games left. Be sure to watch all of them. And let us know. I mean, look, if anybody was at these matches, if anybody got any thoughts, like send us comments. Follow us on Instagram. Let us know.
Yep.
We're gonna we got to get better about putting like clips up,
Yeah.
like making clips. That's what the kids are doing.
That's what
We're,
they want. Yep.
we're
And then
making clips, man.
we'll get it out there.
All right, bro.
Until next time. Peace.